So to start this off, and I'm just gonna say, hey, back again. Hey, Atlanta Against Cancer. Can I get a woo? That's awesome. I've always wanted to do that. But so once again, this is Atlanta Against Cancer, hosted by the Bebop Foundation, Ponce City Market, and Jamestown Properties. We are here to raise funds for bringing the creative world to the medical world. Cancer it's an international, lifelong, for everybody issue, and we're here to bring a side of it that brings the community together. And today I'm speaking with somebody that it's beyond an honor to talk to. You can't imagine the process of cancer is so rough when it comes to what hospital do I go to, what doctor do I go to, what time do I schedule my appointments, where is my medical? I need it, and I need it now, but don't you understand? And Kelly, the first time, and would you mind saying your name and who you are?
No, I don't mind. I work at Piedmont Cancer Institute. I am the scheduler for Dr. Shams. I am also the lead scheduler of the department. So.
Yeah. So you know, it's funny to talk about because it's such a personal relationship, but you were the reason why I chose the cancer hospital I chose. You know, I was 26, I was frightened. I had no idea what the future was going to hold, and there was this voice on the other line like, okay, well, here's what you're going to do. You know, this is your best option, and this is your second best option, just in case you don't want the best option. So you explained that you're a scheduler.
I am.
Which, to me, completely oversimplifies who you are. And so, like, what is your day-to-day like? Which, and to a lot of people, I'll add, like, you can't imagine, like, what seemingly is mundane to so many is so integral to part of the experience of having cancer. It's a changing of the game.
It's a lot. Just to give a background for me, I've been there almost 19 years. It's a long time.
Yeah.
And
Can we get a clap for that? 19 years. Can we get a clap for that? Thank you.
It's a long time. And I've been through on both sides. So I also see everybody coming into the practice.
Right.
But my father had cancer. So I've had the experience of having a family member that has had cancer and passed away because of that. So it's.
And so you deal with a lot of patients.
I do.
Yeah, I mean, on average, let's say I'm not gonna say a year, but like in a day, how many patients do you talk to?
So I could probably talk to close to 30 patients a day. But then that doesn't include going out into the office and the amount of people that come in to our office.
Right.
And that's hard because you see that on a day-to-day basis.
Right.
I was looking at our schedule last week, or for this coming week, and on Wednesday we have 211 patients. It's a lot.
And that's all different kinds of cancer. That's not.
No, that's not just one.
It's not just one kind of cancer.
It's everything, and it's not just. It's not older people. It's younger people. It's when you first called, I was like, who is this punk kid? Man, I was like, oh my God. But you know what? I stopped and I listened to what you were telling me. Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting here going, oh my God, his doctor's office never told him why he needed to go have a biopsy.
Right.
I'm like, why did they not tell you? That just doesn't make sense to me. Why are you going to send someone to it doesn't matter if it's oncology, a specialist, and they are young, they're just learning.
Right.
They've got probably their first full-time job that they are getting out of school for.
That was me.
Yep. You have no idea about insurance.
No idea.
None. You high deductibles, out of pockets.
Yes. I didn't exactly have a good insurance.
And that's okay.
Right.
Because I think I've told you this before.
Mm-hmm.
I called the primary care physician's office
Right.
after we got off the phone the first time, and I was like, this is totally unacceptable.
You know, my mom always says, the squeaky wheel gets fixed first. That's what she said. She was like, look, you gotta be your own
Advocate.
What do they always say? You gotta be your own advocate, and that's the difference maker.
Yeah, it's the difference. And, the one thing that I thought about, especially when you told me your age, I was like, oh my God, this could be my children.
Right.
I have my 12-year-old here with me. I talk about this stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something, I've even been through scares.
Right.
2 years ago, I had a massive mass in my breast. You talk about scared, that's scary. It's
right.
scary for anybody.
Yeah.
So and I always want to treat people the way I would want to be treated if I had to go through this situation.
100%.
It's not, it's a family. You're coming to see us probably more than you see your own family at this point.
Right.
If you're taking treatment, it could be 5 days a week. It could be 8 hours a day. It doesn't necessarily mean that's going to happen, but if you don't treat your patients with respect or, just with care,
right,
or have empathy for what they're going through, then it's not going to help.
And so that's kind of like, before I ask my last question, I want to say, do you find that a patient who has a positive attitude, a patient who, not necessarily that I came in with a positive attitude, but a patient who forms,
we got there.
Yeah, who forms a positive attitude, a more positive attitude patient, do you find that they have I don't want to say a better recovery, but is there any difference you notice that? Because you're definitely, like you said, you're dealing with a lot of patients.
I don't, not everybody is going to be happy coming through the situation. I told somebody, I said, there's people that are angry when they call our office.
Right.
They're angry. They don't want, this is not what the answer they wanted. And sometimes that's hard.
Yeah.
And I kind of treat it kind of like my children.
Totally.
You've got a couple of times to be mean or angry at me, and then we gotta step back and try to figure out, what's gonna get you and I through this, because
right.
I'm going to be scheduling for you.
100%.
I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be scheduling tests. I'm going to be scheduling your chemo. I'm going to be, and it's from the front office to the clinical staff.
Totally.
If we're not all on board with everything, it doesn't work.
Right.
It doesn't work.
And so, to kind of just like wrap up, is there anything like with Suzette, is like she made, is there anything you want to say to, the community about like how important education is, awareness is, just going to the darn doctor and getting whatever it is checked out? Darn doctor. Do you have anything just to add into that?
I would say, even if you're scared, go. It's like when I told you, you were like, I can't go have my biopsy. My deductibles, they're gonna hit.
Right.
They're gonna hit me with this. I'm like, you know what? Don't pay attention to that. I was like, I literally remember saying that to you.
Right.
Don't do. I said, you know what? We'll get through that.
Mm-hmm.
There are, they're grants for, even for anybody. You can try to get those.
Yeah.
And stuff can help. The hospitals have ways to help.
Right.
It's hard because a lot of people don't know to reach out for stuff like that.
Yeah.
And even though I work at a doctor's office, it's, healthcare is important to everybody.
Right.
You've got to take care of yourself. We only get one of these. We only get one body.
Completely.
It's something you've got to take care of. And, we try to get you well and to get you back to at least a halfway normal life.
Yeah.
Because that's, at
That's
that
the goal.
point, like she said, or like you said, you don't lose the cancer diagnosis. Even if they say, oh, you're cancer free, you don't lose it. It holds on to you.
Bless your heart.
It honestly,
Mm-hmm.
But we love the cancer free. We like it because that means you have a chance to do more. It's hard, and I've seen a lot of patients come through and not have chances.
Right.
And it's hard.
Yeah, I mean, I think, and again, like, before I just say thank you, like, gratitude has played a whole role in everything that has made this possible. And I could not be more grateful for your guidance, for your friendship, for your compassion. I could go on and on. We don't have enough time for those adjectives. But Kelly, thank you so much.
Well, it was an honor to be here and speak to you about it. I mean,
thank you.
I know I've told you. We got through it. We're doing well now, so
yeah.
It's one of those things.
Can we get a round of applause for Kelly for sitting down and talking with us today?
And I haven't done this since high school, so.
Oh well, you're.
I haven't done.
She's a
public
regular.
Speaking.